你也来？
没有，我们是看热闹的，就是拍啊。
要我嘎着你。
你是看热闹。那个 Alex 的同班同学的爸爸妈妈啊。好多看热闹。
I uvek se skapa snimanje.
But that is solid, je solid house, znaš, nema ništa kada je solid Ovo je easy view, ovo će gledati kako treba, ovo je panik. I know vi new generation se to ne je za vas mnogo, ama da ga praviš ova drvo svega, ovo se gdje treba. I to uvijek gore iskali se gdje. Ova samo vrajkevo se
Alrighty, wow. A very good evening, ladies and gentlemen, to this large crowd here in Mount Waverley, 26 Bruce Street. Obviously, I'm your auctioneer here today. James Bateman is my name, and I'm proudly representing Jealous Craig and Mount Waverley, and I have the team here with me, from Paul and Jared through to Chris and Ben and Sue and Keith. And if I missed anyone, I'm sure there's more here. We have most of the team here. The reason they're all here tonight is we're here to help. Look around, you can see there's a large portion of people here, and so you should be. It was only 28, 29 years ago that the home was built, and this family's been here this whole time. They absolutely love living here. They've even given me a few pointers they'd like me to read out about how much they've actually certainly loved this part of Mount Waverley. It's one of the most popular parts of Mount Waverley, and backing onto Valley Reserve, as you all know, is absolutely fantastic. It's almost impossible to actually replicate something like this. And I've heard people say while they're out in the backyard near the pool having a look over the fence that this view itself, absolutely fantastic. I'd like to thank the owners for choosing us to sell their home today. And there's one secret to all of you who are here today, that when I finish talking, you need to put your hand up and talk back to me as the auctioneer so you can purchase the property. We might just let this car go through, so if you just be wary of any cars coming through during the excitement of the auction, we don't have any accident or anything like that. Now, ladies and gentlemen, the law is very clear. I must read you the following, so I'll do that straight away. The auction will be conducted in accordance with the rules and any conditions made available for inspection before the start of the auction. The auction rules prohibit an auctioneer from accepting offers or offers for a property after the property has been knocked down to the successful bidder. The vendors have a reserve price as the auctioneer. I'll indicate all bidders on request. The law prohibits false bids. The rules prohibit vendor bids. The words I'll use during the auction to indicate that I'm making a bid on behalf of the vendor are vendor bid. By law, only I as the auctioneer can make a vendor bid. And as you've heard me say before, but I will say it again, if the property is passed in below the reserve price, the person or party I pass the property into has exclusive right at the vendor's reserve. It all points back to what I keep saying. If you are here today, and I know there are people here today planning to purchase, you need to bid, and if it looks like being passed in, have the final bid, because it is you and you only that we can treat with at the vendor's reserve. Now, if you've read the paper though, you'd see the market is moving along. 12 months ago, I was at home and I had nothing to do. Now we're calling auctions every night and it's absolutely fantastic. But I can see the smiles on the faces of the people, because those that live in the area certainly say fantastic as off things move again, but those wanting to purchase into the area can see that they have a chance to purchase a property like this. Have a look at that view behind you. Absolutely fantastic. 5-bedroom home. As I said, you walk into this first level here. That's where most of the living is, as you would know. We go downstairs to the rumpus room, also a bedroom overlooking that pool out, certainly from the pool and then out to Valley Reserve. Upstairs on that 2 levels, you can see the family up in the window there. There's 4 bedrooms as well. It ticks all the boxes for a family home. Now, as I said, the home was built around 28 years ago. The foundations are absolutely fantastic. You can hardly see a crack. I can't see any cracks in a home like this. What does that mean? Whatever you've come today to spend, you might be able to spend just a little bit more, because the work has been done by this family. But as every family knows, their family grows up, they move on, and it's time to pass it over to a new one. Have a look around here. Who will it be soon? The terms, we expect the purchaser to pay 10% of the purchase price, settlement 30 or 60 days. Now, if you've made an alternative arrangement with the vendor, that is okay. As I said, just be careful as these cars come by, tooting as they go. So we expect settlement 30 days. There we go. That toot was live streamed for those at home watching. That was a yellow car tooting as they went by. Maybe they want to live here. Maybe that was an opening bid. Who would know? Now, we've sent out the contract to quite a few people. I won't run through it all, but it shows we're selling lot 178, folio, volume numbers, all those sorts of things, or the address, and I've run through the terms. That also includes the vendor statement, shows usual services are available as you would accept, and the actual wonderful parcel of land for those a little bit older, 55 feet at the front, running back 140 feet, which is, for those who are a little bit younger, around 720 square metres of land. See people smiling, but all the titles are in feet, so we do like to talk in both. But that is what underpins the value of the home. 720 square metres of land. Then included is this fantastic 5-bedroom home, 6 if you like, indoor-outdoor lifestyle, and a location that is second to none. I ask you to replicate something like this. If you miss out on this, what else is there? There's not. So this is your opportunity. This is your chance. After 28 years, you need to put your hand up. You need to talk back to me, because ladies and gentlemen, that's all I'm going to say. I'd like to hear your voice talking back to me. We're here to help today. We've said 1.8 million to 1.9 million. We're not experts. We claim to be. You are. You're the ones here with a purpose. Talk back to me now. We wish you luck. We wish you well. The family's inside. When I hit the reserve, I'll let you know. But I'll hit that reserve if you bid. Who'd like to start me off? An opening bid. No one ever does. 26 Bruce Street. Make that opening bid. Not sure if it's ever bought the property, the opening bid, but it's a wonderful feeling. We've said 1.8 to 1.9 million, maybe 1.8 if you like. Who'd like to start it off? I can do it if you want, but it's more fun if you do.
Yeah, 1.5.
1.5, well there we go. They've just had a heart attack inside. He said 1.5, it's okay, don't worry. But thank you for the opening bid. All the tension gets eased, and I'll put in a vendor bid straight away, and I will put it in at 1.8, but thank you for the opening bid. And I'll take a rise of 20,000 and off we go. At 1.8 million, that's a vendor bid with me. I'll take it over now for 20,000, or more if you want. 1.82, he's straight back. Thank you for being a good sport. At 1,820,000 with the opening bidder. At 1,820,000 now. All the powers over here on my right. At 1,820,000, we finish silent and done. First call. At 1,820,000, a rise of 20 from anyone. Second call. There's the bid. At 1,820,000. Was that at the back? 40. Thank you. Welcome to the bidding. It's out of 2 now. 1,840,000 at the back. 60 if you like. 1,840 at the back. At 1,840,000, 60 it is straight back. 1,860,000, 80 if you like. 1,860,000, 80 it is.
80.
Yes, 1,880,000, 1.9 if you want. At 1,880,000, 1.9 he says. At 1.9 now. At 1.9 million even. 1.92 if you want. 1,900,000 now. It's only out of 2. At 1.9 million we have first call. At 1,900,000 we finish silent and done. Second call.
20.
1,920,000. What do you say, Paul? You let me know when you're ready. Was that a yes? Okay, there we go. No one's asked. We're selling the property. $1,920,000 if there is no further bid. The property is on the market. Call it what you like. That's it. 1,920,000. Now's the time. 40 it is straight back. At 1,940,000. We're on the market, ladies and gentlemen. You need to bid to buy now. 1,940,000 with the opening bidder. At 1,940,000, 60 if you like. At 1,940,000 we're selling. 1,940,000 we're selling. 60 it is now. 1.96, 1.98 straight back. What about 2 even? At 1.96 over here. Sorry, 1.98 over here it is now. At 1.98 we're looking for 2. At 1,980,000. At 1,980,000 who's for 2? At 1,980,000 rounded up to 2. I'll take 10 if you like. Would that be easier? It's very quiet. And I know there's other people here tonight who come with the intention of bidding, but now is the time. Because we're on the market, we're selling, I don't need to stop. What about in front here, Stephen? What would you like to do? What about over here, Sue? We're at $1,980,000. I haven't even mentioned we're in the Mount Waverley Secondary College zone. Would that entice you to bid? That could be it. $1,980,000. We're clearly selling the property. First call at $1,980,000. We're selling. Second call, $1,900,000.
Yeah.
Are we 2 even? Are we rounding it up to 2? 10,000, I'll take that at 1,990,000. Welcome to the bidding. I thought you might join in. 1,990,000. What about 2 million here? 2 million it is straight back. They're all smiles. 2 million even now. 10 more if you like, or 10 at the back. Anyone else can join in. It's 2 million even. What about over there, Ben? On the far left, any action over there? It's all on my right. At $2 million even. That's 2 million even 10. 5. I'll take your 5. We're selling the property, as you know, at 2 million and 5. 10. So 2 million and 15 it is. 2 million and 15 now, another 10. At 2 million and 15, 5 if you like. Round up to 20 or add 10, whatever you prefer. At 2 million and 15 now. At 2 million and 15,000.
Another 15.
Another 5, was it? Or
15.
Another 15. 2 million and 30. Thank you, even better. What would you like? 5, 10, 15?
10.
10, make it 2 million and 40. At 2 million and 40 it is. At 2 million and 40,000 now. At 2 million and 40, what about at the back? No, thank you. 2 million and 40 it is. We're down to 2. At 2 million and 40,000 now. 2 million and 40. Have a chat if you need to. Was there anyone else wanting to join in? Because you know we're selling at $2 million and $40,000. I'll take 5 if you like. The bid's here with the opening bidder at $2 million and $40,000. First call. We're selling. 45. We're not selling yet. 2 million and 45. 50. 2 million and 50 straight back at 2 million and 50. What about over here? 2 million and 50 back with the opening bidder again at $2 million and $50,000. At 2 million and 55 if you like in front again. It's 2 million and 50 right here with the opening bidder at 2 million and 50, 55 or 10. 60 it is, thank you. 2 million 60. 70, straight back 70, 2 million and 70. What about this side? Come on, join in. It's 2 million and 70 now. Perhaps stand over here if you want to bid. At 2 million and 70 it is. At $2 million and $70,000. First call, I'm selling. Second call, selling the property. Third, final call.
2.1 million.
2.1, there you go. That's better. Now you do the same. Just yell out something. 2.1 it is. Thank you for your bid. At 2.1, he's gone up 30. I'll offer you the same opportunity. At 2.1, but I will take 5 as well if that's easier. At 2,100,000, would you like 5? Or 10, 15, or an odd number? I don't mind. It's 2,100,000 even. At 2,100,000 now. Have a think, have a chat. 5 if you like. 5, 2,105,000. Thank you. Straight back. At 2,105,000, all the neighbours are saying, "Well, we." At 2,105,000 it is. At 2,105,000, I'll offer you 5 at the back again if you like. 2,010,000. 2,110,000. 15. Okay, 2,115,000. Thank you. He went up in 10. There you go. At 2,115,000. Nope. 2,115,000. We're correct. There we go. That's why we have a team here in case I get confused. But at 2,115,000. Now they're saying no. So this could be the new owner right here in front. But are you sure you're done? What about 2.5? 1? You're totally done. Oh wow. That sounds very definite. Totally done. Not just done, totally done. $2,115,000 in front here with you. Your bid here for the 3 of them. They're saying don't come near me. At $2,115,000. Are you sure you're done? For 1,000 perhaps? Okay, thank you. Thank you for your bidding. What about 1,000 at the back, Paul? Would that help? It's $2,115,000 right in front. Was there someone else? Because clearly, you know, we're selling at $2,115,000. Here he comes. The big boss is out now. They must be important. 2,115,000. First call at $2,115,000. Are we finished, silent and done? One more. Aha, he's good, isn't he? 2,116,000. 2,116,000. Perhaps round up. Another 2,118,000. Correct. They've gone up 2. 19. They're back again. 2,119,000. 2,119,000 back again. At 2,119,000 now. At 2,119,000. What about over here? Any thoughts? 1,000 if you like. Come on, Jared. Work your magic. 2,119,000, here it is. 2,120,000, thank you. 21. The people who were totally out are now holding the bid at 2,121,000. 2,121,000 over here. Perhaps 25. 2,121,000 it is. Maybe 2,130,000. 2,121,000 it is. What would you like to do? First call at 2,121,000. I'll check again. Was there any interest on this side?
5.
126. Gone up in 5. 126. 2,126. 2,126. Another one perhaps, or round it up to 30 at 2,126. We're done? 2,126. I'll give you the same opportunity should you need to have a chat. 2,126. Obviously, we're very much at the pointy end. At $2,126,000. First call for 26 Bruce Street in Mount Waverley. Second call, we're out at 2,126,000. Third, final call, your bid in front. You're all done at the back? Yes, thank you for your bidding, 100% out. Third, final call. Telling me to wait. I've got nowhere else to be. At $2,126,000, ladies and gentlemen, you clearly know we're selling, hopefully today. I understand it's serious, but we do need a decision. At 2,126,000. What are we doing, Paul? Just give us a sec. I'll give you a quick sec. These people would like me to hurry up, and I understand. At 2,126,000, whatever happens, ladies and gentlemen, you can see the confidence in the market. 30, there we go. Wow, I turned my back and off they go. 2,130,000. At 2,130,000 it is now. 2,131,000. 2,131,000, they're back again. At 2,131,000. At $2,131,000. At 2,131,000, right in front of me. 2,131. What's it to be now? 2,131. 2,131. We're clearly selling the property. Big crowd, 3 bidders so far. 2,132,000. Thank you. 2,132. 2,132,000. Perhaps 35. 2,132,000. 2,133,000. At 2,133,000, perhaps 35 if you like. 2,133,000. At $2,133,000. Now you know we're selling. You've all heard me. This is who we're selling it to. Because at the moment it's them, then it's them, then it's them. But we're at 2,133,000. Is that right, Sue? That's correct. $2,133,000. First call at 2,133,000. Pulled out the calculator. Second call, 2,138,000. 38. And 38. That's good. They've gone up 5. 2,138. 2,138. 2,138,000. 2,138. $2,138,000. Just let this car through. 2,138,000 now, Stephen.
Another 3.
2,141,000. Thank you. 2,141. They went up 3. 2,141,000. We've had 1, 3, 5. What about 7? 2,141,000. At $2,141,000. There's no interest over here on the car, was there? 2,141. There was nothing happening over here. Just checking. At 2,142,000. 2,142. 2,142,000. 2,142,000. At 2,142,000. What would you like to do now? Perhaps another 3 or 5. At 2,142,000. What about 150?
Another 3.
Oh, 3. 2,145,000. 2,145. At 2,145. Now you've said you're out. You're totally out. What about 100% out? 100% out. Sure. Still smiling. Okay. It's 2,145. He's trying to walk away. I think that might mean they're done. Ladies and gentlemen, clearly you know we're selling. It's been some fun. And here, if there are no further bids, right on the curb, at $2,145,000, it's yours. If there are no further bids, I'll call it again. First call, you know we're selling. The second call at $2,145,000. Third, final call, is almost my final call right there, at $2,145,000. Are we done for sure? Is it the done? $2,150,000. $2,150,000. What would I know? At $2,150,000.
Another one.
$2,151,000. Thank you. 2151. At $2,151,000. The people who are absolutely done are still talking. At $2,151,000. It's your bid in front. At $2,151,000. At $2,151,000. At $2,151,000 now. You know we're selling. I'll call it again if needs be. Go through it again. At $2,151,000. A wonderful home. Just over 720 square metres of land overlooking the most beautiful scenery there at Bailey Reserve. First call at $2,151,000. Second call, $2,151,000. Third, final call. Is it the final call? No, it's not. I'm not sure what time the football starts. You might have to sort of pre-record it. It's $2,151,000. Are these people are wanting an answer? Back for 1,000 or more. 2151. Last time. First, the second, third, final call. At $2,152,000. 2152.
Another 3,000.
Another 2155. At 2155. We're now 2155. Okay, that's okay. 2155. I think that this could actually be out. They're hugging. I think they're saying it's yours. At $2,155,000, I think you can say they gave it their best shot, and I think you can say that these people right here gave it their best shot, because unless someone else joins in out of the woodwork, there's the new owners right there. First call at $2,155,000. You know we're selling. The second call at $2,155,000. Third, final call, $2,155,000. Ladies and gentlemen, a huge round of applause for the new owners, because we are going. We are sold. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Have a wonderful evening, and well done to the new owners. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Well done, guys. Congratulations. Congratulations. To wander on some books.